Good morning, students. Today, Standard 8 English Medium, the same lesson 1, Unit 1, Chapter 1, the best Christmas present in the world, Part 2. Yesterday, I have taught you about the Part 1 and discussed the Part 1. And related to the Part 1, I arranged the 3 question answers for you as a homework, short answer type questions. So there are 3 questions for you as a homework. What did the author find in the junk shop? First question. Then second, what did the author find in the small black tin box? And third one is, why did the author read the letter? These 3 questions for you as a homework. Then today I am going to explain you about the part 2. Okay, I am beginning to start it. Take your book, so I can easily explain and you can easily understand about the second part. Okay, second part. Now the second part is talking about the letter. What is it in the letter? Because the author is very curious to open it and read it. Now he was started to read it. What was in it? Means the letter in it. Now starting with the dearest Connie. And yesterday I already said you that the who had written the letter then Mr. Jim McPherson. To whom means Mrs. McPherson, means his wife. So here name is given, dearest Connie. What was the name of Jim McPherson's wife? Connie. Keep in your mind. Okay, then here starting dearest Connie, Mr. Jim McPherson, write it. Dearest Connie, I write to you in much happier frame of mind because something wonderful has just happened that I must tell you about at once. Means during the war, talking about 1914, First World War, something was happened. So Jim McPherson was very excited to tell him about this incident to his wife, beloved wife. The wife's name was Connie. Okay, keep it in your mind. So something was happened during the First World War. First World War between whom? British and German. Okay. We were all standing in our trenches yesterday morning. Trenches. Yesterday morning. Christmas morning. Means Christmas morning. We were all standing in our trenches yesterday morning, Christmas morning. Yesterday Christmas morning, Christmas before Christmas morning, he was standing in their field, in trenches. Trenches is a dig, and they were standing there. It was crisp and quiet all about, as beautiful a morning as I have seen, as cold as frosty as a Christmas morning should be. Now Mr. McPherson said, what he said about the Christmas morning. How could he be? It was very cold and crispy morning. The same thing here happened. Okay, so talking about the Christmas morning, and Christmas morning and yesterday morning both are same. Now next, I should like to be able to tell you that we began it. Means something was happened to begin it by himself. Means that side. But the truth I am ashamed to say is that Fries began it. Here the Fries name is given. Now Fries is a common name of German soldier. Okay, that is why he used the name Fries. Okay, but the truth I am ashamed to say. He was very ashamed himself to say. He wanted to begin it, but not his side began it. Opposite side means the German side. He began it something. What he began it? See, that phrase began it. First, someone saw a white flag waving from the trenches opposite. Now see, both the trenches, British side and German side. The German side, the Fries, the German side. What the common name of the German soldier? Fries. The German side, he began it. He started taking out a white flag and come out from the trenches and waving the white flag. So the Mr. McPherson said the German side waving the white flag. That is why he said I ashamed to say that the opposite side, the Germans began it to using the white flag because he wanted to stop the fight, stop the war. Now see. First, someone saw a white flag waving from the trenches opposite, the German side, opposite the British opposite side, using the white flag. Then they were calling out to us from across no man's land. Now, and then the German soldiers, telling them, these Britishers, please come on the no man's land. Means not property, not from the British side, not from the German side. No one's properties. No man's land between that. These both. Then they were calling out us from across no man's land. Happy Christmas, Tommy. Happy Christmas. Now, Tommy word is used. Tommy is used for the British. Common name of British. Okay. So Germans calling these Britishers using the word Tommy. Come on the no man's land, no one's property. No man's land is a place where nobody is arguing that this is my property. Okay, this is my land. Nobody's property. So they called them, means the Germans called the Britishers, come on the no man's land and wishing them happy Christmas. The Germans started to wish happy Christmas to the British. When we had got over the surprise, some of us shouted back, same to you friends. Now see, from the British side, when we had got over the surprise, this is the surprise for the British, because the Germans waving the flag and wishing them happy Christmas and calling them where no man's land. So this was the surprise for the Britishers. Then from the Britishers, someone from the British soldier also replied that. What said same to you friends? Means same to you friends. Friends is used for Germans. So wishing them happy Christmas, and from the Britishers also wish them same to you, means the happy Christmas to you also. Same to you. I thought that would be there. We all did. But then suddenly one of them was up there in his grey coat and waving a white flag. Now see that the opposite side both. He thought that they waving the white flag, the opposite side waving the white flag, the grey coated wearing a grey coated soldiers. Okay, now they come out and suddenly they waving the white flag. Okay, don't shoot lads. The grey coated say, Germans say, don't shoot lads. Lads means boy, talking about boys. Don't shoot, don't use your weapon and don't shoot us. Okay, because they are using the white flag, symbol of peace. Someone shouted and no one did. Someone shouted, don't shoot lads, don't shoot boys, and nobody used the weapon gun. Okay, and everybody stopped. Then there was another freeze up on the parapet and another. Keep your heads down. I told the man it's a trick, but it wasn't. Okay, and no one did. No one using the weapon. Then there was another freeze, means the another Germans came out from the trenches and said, keep your heads down. Now keep your heads down. Who said the Germans? Mr. Macpherson said. Okay. It's a trick from the Germans. Don't getting up. One of the Germans was waving a bottle above his head. Now, the opposite side, Germans, Britishers, what he thought, Mr. Macpherson, it was a trick from the Germans, but it wasn't. It's not a trick. And from the German side, a person, a German soldier, waving a bottle above his head, waving a bottle, wine bottle. He was with him, waving him, showing the bottle. It is Christmas Day. Now Germans said it is Christmas Day today. Tommy, the name, common name of Britishers. We have snaps, we have sausages. The Germans said we have snaps and we have sausages. Snaps what? A German drink made from the grain. And sausage is a can, means meat, dabba goes, just like. Okay, so Germans have snaps and sausage. we meet you, yes. And the Germans wanted to meet them, means the sharing this wine and then the bagos, means a sausage to the Britishers. By this time, there were dozens of them walking towards us across no man's land, and not a rifle between them. Okay. By this time, using showing the bottles and sauces. Okay. Then so many soldiers come out from the trenches and going to the no man's land. They are not using the rifle, putting down the rifles in the trenches and going to the no man's land. Little Private Morris was the first up. Come on, boys. A work person, Morris, first person from the Germans, came out. And he told the other soldiers, come on boys, we go to the no man's land. What are we waiting for? And then there was no stopping them. What are they waiting for? The person said, the German said, one of the German soldiers said, what are you waiting for? Whose order you follow? Come on, come to the no man's land. And nobody waiting for nobody. And everybody going. I was the officer. I shouted, have stopped them there and then, I suppose. But the truth is that it never ever occurred to me I should. All along their line and ours, I could see men walking slowly towards one another. Grey coats, khaki coats meeting in the middle. Means the khaki coat, the Britishers and the grey coated Germans, they both are, nobody's follow the orders. Everybody went to the no man's land. And I was one of them. And the officer also, one of them, going to the no man's land. I was part of this. I was part of the persons, means the part of these soldiers. In the middle of the war, we were making peace. In the middle, 1914, the First World War, they were without using the guns and all the things, weapons. They using the white flag and making peace. They wanted peace. You cannot imagine, dearest Connie, my feelings as I looked into the eyes of Freeze officer who approached me, hand outstretched. Then Mr. Macpherson write in his letter to his beloved wife, Connie. You cannot imagine what is happened here just now. So, dearest Connie, my feeling as I looked into the eyes of Freeze officer. He was very glad to see the German officer who approached me, hand outstretched. He hold that hand and telling him, the British officer Mr. Macpherson, come out, and taking out his hand and say, Hans Wolf, he said, gripping my hand warmly and holding it. Taking my hand and say his name, my name, Hans Wolf. My name is Hans Wolf. Okay? I am from Dusseldorf. I play the cello in the orchestra. Happy Christmas. What he said, I am from Dusseldorf, means the German officer said, my name is Hans Wolf. I am from Dusseldorf, German's place. Okay, Dusseldorf is a place, and I play the cello in the orchestra. He was a soldier, but before that he was playing orchestra. Okay, he was playing cello in orchestra, and wishing this Hans Wolf to what he wished, Happy Christmas to Mr. Macpherson. So today in second part I explain this page. Tomorrow continuing explaining. Okay, thank you.